Let's be honest, the worst part of the Karmali Exchange is that we have so many amazing moments that don't make it into the full episode.
They're not entrepreneurs or business owners, they're self-employed.
There's a big difference there.
Huge difference.
So, from the cutting room floor, here is a bonus from the Karmali Exchange.
How do you find though? What is your purpose? How do you get out there? How do you get on social media and share your messages? I'm switching the interview around to
I saw that.
Yeah.
That was good.
Do you think, say I'm starting a business today, I can make it? A small business, say?
100%.
Even though that there's so much noise out there, so much uncertainty, a polarized world, is there still a chance for a new business owner?
Now more than ever.
I agree.
I think, first of all, where we are economically, this is where opportunity rises. I think there is an opportunity to provide product and service that mass markets want. You mentioned t-shirt business before. Can somebody open up a t-shirt business today? There's millions of them. Yeah, but what's the t-shirt for? Is it just to wear?
Or does it symbolize them?
Does it mean something? So where I have a challenge for business owners or new entrepreneurs is that they just set up shop. They're selling the t-shirt in our example and go, why is nobody buying t-shirts from me? Well, why the hell are you selling t-shirts to begin with? Why did you pick t-shirts? Oh, I can get it for $1 and sell it for 10. Look how much profit. If you're focused on the profit, you're done.
Yeah, you're done.
If you focus on the purpose of why you're doing what
The
you're
why.
doing,
It's always the why.
you're going to make it. One of the key P's of the 5 P's that I talk about is purpose. So there's people, product, process, passion or purpose, and get paid, your financials.
You know, it's interesting though, is so many people started a podcast during the pandemic, which I thought was so cool, because try something new. But you look now, today, there's not many of them. What happened? There was no purpose. It was just to try, which I thought was great. Get out there, try a bunch of things. But if you have a meaning to it, you'll stick with it. Even on the days that we don't want a podcast, or even the days that it does get exhausting. You know, sometimes I'm doing 6 podcasts in one day. It'll catch up to you sooner or later. Yeah.
Back to 2018, 19, before the pandemic hit, I was walking around downtown like, damn, we have so many restaurants in Calgary. Pandemic hit, we had some rough times, and slowly by slowly, these restaurants start to go away. When it's easier to make money, a lot of entries will come into the marketplace. And then the economy moves, problems happen, you start withering off. This is the podcast situation. Everybody's throwing a podcast out, and now you look at how many episodes or how many years they're into it, and they slowly wither away because now it's harder to do. You're not getting what you thought. Everybody said, just start a podcast, you'll get millions of listeners. No, you don't.
Nope.
But the reach is going to get bigger. Over time, the longer you're in play, the more relevant you are.
And you know, the podcast for me is a selfish journey too.
Yeah.
Sitting down with you and having you on, the wisdom, you know, you pick up on things like the portfolio thing. Made me think, who's in my circle? Who's in my realm? Yeah, who's in my portfolio? And, you know, if I hadn't spoken with you and created the podcast, that wouldn't be there.
That wouldn't have been there.
These opportunities today wouldn't exist.
I've learned so much about businesses through other successful entrepreneurs. I can read some stuff in a textbook, but reality doesn't hit textbooks.
No. What is something you've learned from the top tier guys? What is it about them that made them successful?
They work like most people don't. They accept failure as part of the process, and they will not accept that they will stop doing what's most important to them. Take any industry, take any business, the ones that are at the top of their game. Those are some key attributes that those individuals have that most won't. It's not something you can learn off of a podcast that you'll adopt right away. No. It is failure after failure, day after day, getting punched in the face a whole bunch of times. And then you realize this is the fight I'm in for, but there's a reason behind it. There's a benefit of this beyond financial.
How do you find though, what is your purpose? So I'm a new business owner. What's my purpose? Why am I creating this? Again, like you said, the t-shirt example. Oh my God, I can make $10 on this shirt. There's got to be something more to it.
I think there's a bit of point of what makes you want to do it.
Yes.
What makes you want to wake up at 5 o'clock in the morning and go to bed at 12 o'clock at night worrying about this? What makes you want to do it? Now, let's take away the financial for a second. I didn't get in this business that I'm in, my main business, just to make money.
No.
It's to make a difference in these people's lives. If we can prevent the issues that have happened to our parents, then I'm actually helping. So that's part of it. So if you're going to start a t-shirt business today, and I'm not saying tie it to a charity so you look like you're charitable, because that's a mask. What I'm saying is, what are you trying to do? What's your purpose?
And now more than ever, it's not easy, but it's so much more accessible than our parents' generation of creating a business, isn't it?
So much easier than it was when our parents were doing it. But the market's so open too. The barriers to entry have been removed because we can all do it online.
What separates me as a marketer than the other marketers you've seen out there? Why am I sitting here today?
Yeah, great question. So why are you here today? Is your understanding that it's more than just delivering a metric. A lot of peers in the marketing industry will push their business based on a result on a metric. I can keep your cost per click down. I can get you at the top of Google search engine optimization. I can place you here. I can get more leads to you. That's not what good businesses like yours do. There is a reason why you deal with certain businesses and not all businesses. That connection. There's value that you bring beyond just a metric. A metric is like just what you've done, how you get there, where's the journey, what's the advice you get, all that information. Just your simple view of A/B testing that you were talking about. That was free information you just gave to everybody.
You know, we hear business is business, and it's all about the numbers and the metrics and results. Why would someone care about...
Those are people who don't run businesses, let's say that.
True.
When they say it's all about the metrics and the dollars, they don't run businesses. They have a job. They're not entrepreneurs or business owners, they're self-employed.
There's a big difference there.
Huge difference. Huge difference. And I think when we start saying it's all about the bottom line, it's not what you make, it's what you take, and all that kind of, all that verbiage, they don't know how to run a business. And it's not going to last beyond their lifetime.
But what about this, Faisal? Fear of failure. That stops a lot of people, doesn't it?
It absolutely does. And I think early in my journey, failure meant I couldn't do it. Today, failure is what didn't work. And that's a big shift in mindset. I'll call it ego. At the very beginning of my career, if I failed, I'm a failure.
Of course.
Fast forward throughout the years and lots of gray hair, let me tell you. That shared with me that, okay, if this is not working, that doesn't mean I'm a failure. That means that this didn't work. Time to tweak, adjust, move forward.
For someone from your industry and what you do, moving into the Karmali Exchange and doing all these things, that's scary, getting out there. You know, as a business owner yourself, how do you get out there? How do you get on social media and share your messages and not, I don't know, we all have fear of judgment. You know, it's not always about, oh, I didn't get enough likes. It's literally, oh, silly me, right? Because whatever you said in that moment might have been funny or you believed in it, but 2 days later you think, oh God, what did I put out there?
Here's the interesting thing about what I've experienced over the last, call it 10 years. Being in conventional media, TV, radio, print, you are portrayed as an expert on that matter. Full stop. Your personality, your flaws, besides my hairdo, not much goes out of what's wrong with Faisal. The Karmali Exchange and all the bloopers and all the stuff that we've done shows that, shit, I'm a human being too.
Humanized yourself.
Right. And it gives people a different perspective of what I do and why something like the Karmali Exchange is so important to me, why we need to help other business owners. And we can do it in a conversation like this, give out tips, host events, and show some of the funny side that we have. And I think that's important for business owners, especially if you can instill a little bit of motivation. That piece right there, if you can just show who you really are, it allows people to be who they are. And that's important.
So true.
These tips that you've been giving today is for an average business owner to grow. We're not talking about the Fortune 500.
No, that's a different ballgame.
They're
That's
completely different. They don't need this podcast.
No.
They don't need this show.
No.
They're doing it.
It's for the everyday person.
And so I think there's an opportunity. So if anything that business owners can get from this one interview is start fast. Get out there and make it creative, involve community, build connection, and watch your business grow from that.
Thanks,
a lot,
Faisal.
Zach. Really
My
appreciate
pleasure.
it.
Yes,
Thank you.
thank you.
Thank you for watching. Make sure to check out the full interview to get even more business tips and insights. Remember to subscribe and follow me on social media at Faisal Karmali.